Hey guys, welcome back to the Shaadi Podcast. This is Mo from SnKWorks.
Hey guys, my name is Sahaj from the Wedding Project. We are wedding designers and wedding planners.
So today we're going to be sharing with you guys some tips on how to get the best getting ready photos possible.
Yeah, the man himself, SNK Works, Asan Siddiqui, is gonna give us some wisdom on how to get great getting ready pictures.
Yeah, so let's just jump right into it. So the first thing that is probably the most important thing on this list, get a good night's sleep. Your wedding day usually is probably going to be one of your biggest days. If you're from the Indian, Punjabi, or Indian community in general, you're most likely waking up at really, really early hours of the day to get your makeup and hair done, right? So when I say early hours of the day, I mean like 5 a.m.,
I
3,
I would say yeah, 3
yeah,
a.m. Because bride has to wake up, shower,
shower,
and then
exactly.
start the makeup. I've
Yeah,
had makeup start at 4 o'clock sometimes, so that
yeah.
means she's waking up at 2:30.
Yeah, so make sure you get a good night's sleep, right? I know some of us have sangeets, mehndis the day before and all that. Don't drink too much, don't party too hard. I definitely want you guys to have a good time at your sangeet and your mehndis and all that, but just make sure you know when it's time to go to bed and all that.
100% set a bedtime for if you're doing something the night before because South Asian weddings start early
Hmm.
and your makeup is going to start even earlier and you have a long day ahead of you. You want to make sure you feel refreshed. If you don't get a good night's sleep, it will honestly ruin your whole day.
Yeah, 100%. And then, for the guys, make sure you get a good night's sleep as well. We don't get to wear makeup to cover dark circles and all that stuff. So, get some sleep. Don't drink too much. Don't be hungover. Wake up fresh and let's get some amazing getting ready photos.
Yeah, for the guys, shave before the night before, trim your beard the night before. Don't leave all those things for the morning of. You can, you can just finish it off the next morning, but honestly, get most of it done the night before.
Absolutely. So next tip, your lay flats, right? Lay flats are usually like your photos of your shoes, your invites, perfume, jewelry, all that, the accessories that make, your outfit and all that, right? So make sure you have those set aside for us. So when we do arrive to photograph those, that they're ready to go. We're not looking for them. We're not asking mom, hey, could you get us the shoes or could you get us X, Y, and Z's jewelry, right? So try to get those ready in a place where you would like them photographed. Have them organized in a manner where it's easy to get to. So when you're getting your makeup done, we're not like, "Hey, could you go grab this for us?" or and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, great point. Keep them ready in a bag. Give them to your coordinator, planner, and have them give it to the photographer, and then you'll get it right back. But keep it ready before the photographer gets here. It'll save so much
Yeah.
time.
Do you guys normally do that for your clients? Like,
I like to, if I can. Yeah, I like to.
gotcha. Cool. All right. Awesome. So, moving on from lay flats, keep the room clean, right? So when I say keep the room clean, like don't have suitcases laying around all over the place, makeup and hair artists spread across every single corner of the room that you're getting ready. Try to like keep it somewhat contained. If you're having a larger wedding party, try to book multiple like hotel rooms and all that stuff so you can have your bridal party in one and bridal hair and makeup being done in one separate room just to minimize clutter, minimize people walking behind you, and all that stuff. Really does makes a huge difference in getting a clean room versus a messy room.
Yeah, 100%. If you're not doing a hotel like a winery or outdoor venues type something like that, where they only have a small cottage space, um, I would say have the girls or the guys, as soon as they bring their stuff in and when they're done with it, have them take it out
Yep.
immediately, go put it back in their car. That room is not to store things, especially if you're doing your pictures in there. You don't want to clutter that room.
Yeah. And then it kind of leads us to the next tip, right? So less people is actually better, right? If you really think about it, you're gonna have your photo video team in there, usually 2 to 4 people for that. Your hair and makeup people, that's another two personnel's there. Your wedding coordinator is going to be in there. On top of that, you have the bride itself. Your parents are going to want to be partaking in this, right? So there's gonna be a lot of people already in there. having the wedding party in there as well really congests a tight space even further. So, as I said before, try to have a separate room for your bridal party just so they can get ready in comfort and not clutter up the space.
Yeah, for sure. Again, exactly exaggerating what Mo said. Less people, the better. You can get more rooms. Get more rooms if you can keep it just a big room with windows and natural lighting, just for pictures, getting ready pictures. Do it.
Yep. So you already touched on our next
I
topic, Saj.
did. Yeah.
So lighting, right? Lighting. For photos, it makes such a big difference, right? If we can control the lighting, window lights are probably our most favorite lighting source possible, right? It's most natural. It looks the best. It's soft. It's beautiful. It always is going to be our number one choice if we are able to use it. So try to pick a room with a lot of window lighting that we can control, curtains, blinds, anything like that were definitely helpful as well. Try not to be in like in a corner or where you have to use like artificial lighting, like a bathroom, for example, right? Those would probably be the least ideal locations for like getting ready photos.
What do you think about a big vanity mirror that has like the bulbs, like in the movies?
They're cool for certain shots. But again, anytime that you're getting ready in a mirror, anytime we're standing behind it, you're gonna see our reflections in it as
You
well,
can
right?
only do like angle
Like angles
shots.
and all that stuff, right? But then you see the bulbs and all that, right?
Mhm.
So it's always best to have a window for those. Of course, like vanity mirrors, like from a makeup and hair perspective, I'm sure those are things are awesome. But from a creative point standpoint and all, it's a very minimal things that you could do with that particular vanity mirror,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah, another thing I would say is, have your lehenga dress in a very nice hanger. Customized hangers are super in right now. The 20, $30 on Etsy. You can have your last name, you can have your first name, you can have whatever you want on it. You can have a funny quote, but have that your before you wear it, have that ready to go for your photographer, hung up in a spot that you really like, or just on the hanger, and the photographer can find a spot for it.
Yeah, 100%. And you don't want to use like those hotel hangers or like those filmsy like the
Dry
little
cleaner.
dry clean hangers and all that stuff, right? Most likely your lenga is not going to be able to be supported by those. And second, they look horrible in photos. So try to get something custom, get something that says either your name, says a bride, something like that. Grooms, same thing for you guys as well, right? Get a nice hanger, get a black velvet hanger, hang your tux on that, hang your Shervani on that. Makes it much, much more presentable.
Yeah, 100%. What's the next?
Yeah. So next up would be making sure your wedding party is ready prior to the bride and groom being
I
ready.
like that.
There's nothing worse than having to wait for someone else to continue the getting ready photos, right? For a great example, this is more for my Pakistani brides. Um, when you're sitting down getting ready to have your dupatta set for the first time, this is a very emotional time for your parents. It's every single time that I've done this with a bride, mom always starts tearing up. We want to make sure we capture authentic moments for you guys. And not having your mom ready for that shot, or she's not feeling comfortable being in front of a camera because she's not fully dressed or whatever, right? Try to have them ready prior to you getting ready just so we can create these moments. Another example would be bridesmaids, right? I love incorporating bridesmaids into our photos of the getting ready, like them helping you zip up your dress, or helping you put on churis, or helping you put your earrings on. All these things add a certain add emotion to your final wedding album, and I would love to have that for you guys and all
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about getting or first look, not with the groom or bride themselves, but like with parents,
parents.
with the bridal party. You got to make sure they're ready so you can do those things,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. So it's imperative to make sure that at least your mom and dad are ready to go, but your maid of honor, your best man, have them ready before you're even getting ready and all that.
Yeah, if they're ready, you can have them go do other things.
Correct.
I mean, most of the times I tell the bride and groom to, they're not doing anything. Everybody else, they can be working and running around. But if they're not ready, they can't be running around. So let
Correct.
the guys and get ready and then put them to work.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So, um, timing, right? Time. It is important that you give your photographers and videographers the proper amount of time to get these shots, right? Um, each shot takes about 5 to 10 minutes to kind of set up properly, right? Last thing we want to do is, we're already on a tight timeline and everything's running behind. And you tell us, hey, or the planner, Sahaj tells me, hey, we have 15 minutes to do bridal getting readies. In that 15 minutes, we got to make sure that mom's done getting ready, you know, jewelry, all outfits, all that stuff need to be located and photographed and all that stuff, right? So usually I want to say at least have an hour of time cut out for getting ready photos. If you're able to give us more, awesome. If not, try to carve out about an hour for the getting ready photos.
So sometimes you only have so much time to give you, Mel. It's not my fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just sometimes you don't have enough
Yeah,
venue time.
100%.
But I mean, I think 5 to 10 minutes, just practically speaking, will be. I think it's a little on the longer side. I would say 2 to 4 minutes. What do you say about that?
So you're talking 2 to 4 minutes to take a 30-pound lehenga outside, find a tree, photograph it, get it hung, get the video done, get the bride to come out there. She wants to do like a revealing shot with her in the lehenga, all in 2 to 4 minutes.
Are lingas really 30 pounds? That's
Some
where
of them,
you lost me there.
like
Really?
some of I don't know, like 10 pounds,
I'm
15
sure
pounds.
like 15
They're
pounds.
pretty heavy, and I've seen some
Yeah.
like the velvet ones. They get pretty heavy
Mm,
with like all the beading and all that
yeah,
stuff, the
embroidery.
can and all that material on there. But
Hmm.
yeah,
But
they get pretty heavy.
okay, so if you don't have more than 30-40 minutes for getting ready pictures, ideally an hour, just know you can't do all the shots that you want to
Correct.
do. If you want to do it, you can fake it later or just act it or just get those pictures completely ready later on. But yeah, Mo had a good point. You can only do so much in 15
Yep.
minutes. If you can't give more time, know your expectations. Know you're only going to get some
Correct.
pictures.
And then another tip based off of time, if you're having us cover like your Sangeet and you're getting ready in the same hotel, have your outfits ready to go the night before. I
Mm.
always recommend, anytime we're doing a Sangeet, instead of me showing up at 6 a.m. to start off with like outfit photos and all that stuff, I'd rather do your jewelry, your getting ready, your family, kind of get candids of those moments rather than, trying to find a spot to do your lehenga outfits or jewelry outfit, all that stuff, right? So try to if we're doing your Sangeet the night before, have it set up so we can go ahead and photograph those for you beforehand.
Yeah, again, just be proactive, right?
Correct.
The 100% great point. If you're getting ready, if you have two multiple events, getting ready same spots, get those things done
Correct.
whenever you
Yeah.
can.
Saves
Yeah,
so much time on the morning of.
nice.
Cool. So last thing I want to touch bases on is having a second shooter. A second shooter makes a huge difference in terms of like your timeline. So I know it's an additional cost in your photo packages. For most large wedding days, there's always going to be a second photographer. But if you are kind of debating between going with a second photographer or not, I will tell you this: it'll help you save a ton of time and add a significant amount of photos in your final album. A great example would be if I am covering the bride, my second shooter could be covering the groom simultaneously. If the groom's nowhere close to being ready, the second shooter can be taking care of like the jewelry photos while I'm taking care of the family photos with you guys, with your mom helping you get ready, helping the bridesmaids, doing the cute robe shots and all that stuff, right? So it allows us to multitask. So if you have the option of doing a second photographer, I always would recommend it on a large wedding.
Yeah, again, if we're especially scrunched on time, I always say, get a second shooter. It'll actually help you save money in the long run because you don't have to spend extra on venue hours.
Yep.
Get a second shooter for
Yep,
sure.
absolutely. So, any other tips, Saj? Anything that you think that I missed or
No, I mean, getting ready pictures are very important. They start off the day. You got to start off the day the proper way. It sets the vibe and the mood for the whole day. So definitely, one thing I would say is get a shot list. We talked a little bit about on our engagement shoot episode, but get some shot lists ready. Just write down, these are the pictures I want.
Mhm.
Mom, dad, bride. Mom, dad, groom. Just something simple. Bride plus bridesmaids one. But it's very easy to have that. You'll never regret. Oh my god, I missed this picture,
Yep.
because you probably won't get these again. So have that list. A planner coordinator will probably help you with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then most importantly, guys, have fun, right? This is your wedding day. Make it fun. You know, if you drink, have a bottle of champagne. If you want to play some music, have some music playing in the background, right? Dance, whatever, right? At the end of the day, we want to make sure that you guys are having a good time on your biggest day.
Yeah, even if you don't drink, get some coffee or donuts. Even if you're not hungry, trust me, after sitting down for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours maybe of makeup,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna want a donut. You're gonna want a
A
croissant
Red
or
Bull.
something.
Yeah.
Or a Red
That's
Bull.
usually my 7 a.m. like
Really?
snack of choice,
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
of choice. So
7 a.m. Red
yeah.
Bull.
Yep.
Mm.
Gets me through the entire day. But yeah, guys, well, thank you guys for joining. I hope this was helpful. If you guys think we missed anything, please put it down in the comments below. If you're a photographer, videographer, and you have additional tips, please share. And again, guys, thank you guys for joining the Shaadi podcast
And peace out.
and keep chasing your dreams.